What's good, y'all? It is Elijah Boy. Let me talk to you. So I just got done watching the Who Killed WCW documentary, and I can't go word for word of what happened because that's a lot of episodes. I recommend y'all go and check it out. I'm gonna talk about the stuff that bothered me the most, that I, learned the most. I mean, the Monday Night Wars has been talked to death. Y'all all know the story. WWE Raw versus Nitro. Vince McMahon versus Eric Bischoff. The issues they brought up, the finger poke of doom incident. And I think that was the same night as them telling viewers about Mick Foley winning the WWF title. And bruh. And then they ended up switching over to the TVs. That was basically the first nail in the coffin of WCW in that era. And I love how Nash took no blame for the finger poke of doom, and it just blows my mind. I'm like, bruh, you knew that was bad because Hogan had creative control, right? It didn't work for me, brother, and that worked for you, bruh. None of those dudes took blame. Why would they? They had the best deals. They could basically show up to work when they felt like it. They could do whatever they wanted on screen. And that was the first nail in the coffin. At least in WWE, it was Vince McMahon had it's either my way or the highway. Now where's that paralegal? So and then the homegrown talents they did grow DDP, Goldberg. Goldberg had the best streak. Obviously, they caught fire with Goldberg. He was one of their first homegrown talents at that time, under the Eric Bischoff administration of WCW. Goldberg had the 173-0 winning streak, and then he loses to Kevin Nash after they tased him, and Nash hit him with the jackknife power bomb. That move sound dirty. Anyway, but at the same time, then Nash was all like, I was supposed to over guy. You go back and watch that match, I was over. Of course the fans reacted, dude. One, you were already a star. You didn't need that win. Granted, they cheated. In a way, it could have protected Goldberg, I guess. But did Goldberg get revenge? Did he win the title back? I don't recall him winning that back there, Mr. Nash. So you can't sit there and act like that was a good thing. Of course, yeah, it served you, but did it serve Goldberg? I mean, that's just me. And then another thing they bring up, and then the one guy who showed up. The man we were all not really wanting. We knew he had to be involved in some regard. Vince Russo. Oh my gosh, bro. The boil on the history of wrestling. Bro, this dude, hearing him talk was annoying. Wrestling. I got tired of hearing that voice after 2 minutes, bro. I couldn't handle hearing him talk, bro. And then on top of that, Vince Russo, he made himself an on-air character for the show that he wrote. What sense does that make? And he said he was better than 80% of the roster, bro. No, you weren't. No, you weren't. You stole TV time from other people. How did that help the company, bro? Bro, his ideas, he said he was a genius. Viagra on a pole, my guy. David Arquette. And then he said, Tony Schiavone said, he pitched an idea of David Arquette winning the WCW World Heavyweight Championship. Then Russo said, and I quote, I hate wrestling. I hate the wrestling business. Bro, don't you beg for a job every 2 months? I've seen articles of him saying they need to hire me to save Raw. They need to hire me to save SmackDown. TNA hired you. You couldn't even help TNA. Do us all a favor, Vince Russo. If you hate wrestling,
then shut the fuck up in 2020.
It's as simple as that. We don't want you in it. The creative control for the wrestlers. They had Nash book the show for a couple months. Hogan screwing people over, undercutting people, undercut Sting. Eric Bischoff. The NWO. Going stale. It was so much that happened in that company. There was a lot of things. Because one thing we know about wrestling companies, it all comes down to teamwork. Teamwork make the dream work. And you know what? That's all I got to say. So I recommend y'all go watch the documentary if you don't know the history and if you want to hear it from them.
Hit my theme music.